Ever thought about selling your business and then wondered, hey, what am I going to do with the rest of the time with my life after I sell my business? Because your life has been so tied up with your business so many years, it's hard to think beyond what there is next in life. This is Brian Stevens with Legacy Business Sales and Acquisition, and you can find information about us and tips like this at BuyBizUSA. That's BuyBizUSA.com. We're here to help, and every week I like to try and create some information and ideas to help business owners successfully go through the transition process of selling their business and moving on to next. And a lot of times I'm very involved in determining sellers' discretionary earnings and EBITDA and multiples and systems and processes, etc., and all that sort of stuff. But one of the key and most important things that I found for a lot of business owners, and I've been doing this for over 2 decades, is what they're going to do next, creating that vision and feeling comfortable about it. I've run into a number of times people that are well at the point where they know they want to get out of their business, but they even are struggling a little bit because they don't know what they're going to do with their time, their ideas, and their thoughts after they sell their business. And then people will say, well, how many games of golf can I play, or how much fish can I catch, and that sort of thing. So this is a beginning concept and an idea to stimulate some thoughts inside of you based on the inspiration that I've gotten from other people who have sold their businesses and moved on to something really awesome and great. It's important for you to plan out what you'll do after you exit your business. Take some time to think through the process. Give yourself a break. A lot of times we keep so busy with work, and after work we have our personal lives and maybe our families at home or our spouse or kids or responsibilities, and we don't take enough time to sit down and really give some solid reflection. This doesn't have to take years and years. Take a long weekend and begin to start those things. Get a journal and keep it in your back pocket, and when you think of something cool, write it down in that, or use your smartphone and enter that information into a place like a notes. Take some time to reflect on your future goals and dreams. What do you want to do? What's important to you? What do you love? What have you always dreamed of doing? Maybe it's building. I had one friend that built his own airplane from scratch. Unbelievable. He had a kit and that sort of thing, but he built his own airplane. Other people have traveled different things in the world. I've met people on cruise ships that just keep going on and on for a year or two at a time. It's kind of crazy. But reflect on what your goals and your dreams are. Ask yourself, what do you value the most? I mean, most of us will say, and I've seen the surveys and I've asked people time and time again, business owners in particular, hey, what's the most important thing in your life? And a lot of times they'll say, my family, and that's kind of a normal thing for a lot of us. That's kind of a good, healthy sign. You love your kids, your spouse, your parents if they're around, or your siblings and that sort of thing. But what else do you value? Think through the next level. What's important? I value adventure, exploration, information. Maybe you want to be involved in your local politics, or your government, or changing the environment, or being involved in your church, or being involved in helping kids that have had a bad run in life with their parents and that sort of thing, and are abused and abandoned. Whatever those type of things are, think of what you value the most and add that to your list. I suggest that you go out and you start creating a list. Over this next weekend, get yourself a little journal and write down at least 27 things that you would like to do with your next in your life. It could be years away, it could be right around the corner, but begin to create a full, long, lengthy list. And the next thing you probably want to do then is prioritize that. You might later on look back and go, I don't really want to do that, and scratch some things out. That's okay. Flaw on the side of being generous with different ideas. I set 27 as a number because it seems like a nice, long, healthy, long number of things, but you might have 150 or 250 items. Again, write down these things, put them in writing, and if you can't think of those things, or even if you are thinking of those things, take some time and ask your spouse, your kids maybe, if they're old enough, or your friends. Say, hey, I'm working on this crazy thing where I'm working on this plan after, and I'm working on a list of things I want to do, and just wondering if you got some perspective. And people might say, you always mention that you always want to hit all the baseball fields around the United States, the big stadiums, with your son one time on a travel, or you wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail with your daughter, or maybe you always mention you always wanted to do deep sea fishing, or learn how to scuba dive, or whatever it is. Get some perspective from people that have known you for a while, and they might even share some ideas that you've forgotten about, or they think, oh, I heard what you said this, and maybe that would apply, and get perspective. This is important to do. Don't make it secondary. Think about who you want to be. We're constantly, if we're wise and we're growing, we're probably tweaking or reinventing or improving who we are. If you are a business owner, you are incredibly talented in your own unique way of being entrepreneurial and independent-minded and thinking outside the box, etc. But give yourself some time to think who you want to be. Maybe you want to work on a characteristic of your life. Maybe you want it to be more patient, more relaxing, more compassionate. Maybe you want to be more physically fit. Maybe you want to go and run a 10K or a 5K, or lose some weight, or physically train yourself, or reinvent the way you eat, and that sort of thing. Think about those qualities of who you want to be and work on it. Think about what new experiences you want to enjoy. I like this little picture. This is sort of a cool little village. I don't know where it is, but it's certainly very different from here in Tampa, Florida, where I am. Think through the places that you want to enjoy and experience. When my father retired, my mom and dad planned trips for us every 2 to 3 years. We bring our families together, our spouses, my sister and her kids, and my wife, myself, and we would get together and we take adventures. Sometimes we go to Europe and travel around. We went to doing a pub crawl one time in England and in Ireland, and that was a lot of fun. We took a cruise through the lower part of Indonesia, and we really embraced and experienced these types of travel that was kind of cool to us and really important to my father at the time. And I loved every one of those. And we had time to cherish thoughts and explore ideas and sort of laugh at different things that we thought were kind of crazy and weird. And we got to read and share together. So think about what those type of experiences would be in your personal life that would make sense. And again, put them down. Write out your plan in the next future. Go get a journal this week. Today, stop on the way back. You can buy one at Office Depot or Home Supply Store. You can order one online from on the internet. You can even get one at probably Walmart, for goodness sakes. Get something and put it in writing. Get a good quality pen that you like writing with and start writing down different thoughts. It doesn't have to be organized. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be for anybody else but you. But I'm telling you, it's worthwhile to spend some time investing in yourself on the thoughts of what you're going to do next. Look, I don't want to keep this going. This is more to stimulate the ideas and thoughts rather than give you a full detailed package of how to go about answering these things. But ask yourself, and I've written a few last tips or questions, what kind of life do I want? What experience in my life have I cherished the most? That might tell you a few other things of what you want to do next. Ask yourself, can I help others? With all the experience and the knowledge you've got, you can get involved in organizations like SCORE or the Small Business Resource Network or something in your local community. What do I need? Ask yourself, what else do I need in life? You might have, put yourself in a perspective where you've got a nice house, car, automotive, all these different things. You might even be asking yourself, what do I no longer need? You're selling your business. Maybe you need a smaller house. Maybe you're happier with less. I think about all the stuff I've accumulated over the years, and I was in cleaning my garage this weekend and going, man, I got all this junk, and some of the stuff I will never use. I wonder if somebody else could use it or benefit from it, and that sort of thing. Think about who's inspired you. Have you been inspired by somebody in real life and personal time, like a coach or a parent or a friend? Or maybe it's somebody you read about in some great books and you think, I want to be more like that person. I want to reflect that and share with others. And think what you can do for others, because I find that when people get involved in at least helping others through the process, there's a great level of satisfaction for most everyone. Anyway, that's all I'm going to wrap up with. This is Brian Stevens with Legacy Business Sales and Acquisitions, and you can see us at the website BuyBizUSA.com. Look, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions, ideas, comments. You can email us at info at BuyBizUSA.com. You can also call up. We'd love to help you. We're in the process of helping prepare exit planning, business valuations, and the sale of businesses. And you can call us at 833-BUY-BIZ-1. And if we're not the right group to work with you, there's some really great people. Look at the International Business Brokers Association for people who have gotten their Certified Business Intermediary certification. But reach out. We'd love to help you. Also, we have a free seller's ebook. It's not really long, but it gives you some ideas, the top ideas about selling your business. And you can text us at 22828, and type in the word sell my biz. Make it all one word, sell, S-E-L-L, my, MYBIZ. Okay, anyway, that's all I got right now. I hope this is helpful. Get out there and explore what you really cherish most. Begin a plan of what you want to do. And whether you're looking to sell your business in the near future or the far distant future, begin to create that thought of what you're going to do next. And it might be buying another business, for goodness sakes, but it also might be finding a way to really have a satisfying retirement from working at all and making that fulfilling life. So make it happen. God bless. Take care. Thank you. And hopefully I'll hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.